recording and broadcasting the meeting, so all the minutes are recorded and then placed on our YouTube channel. So just for everybody's awareness, if you join me, we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first item, approval of minutes. Nothing to do
No, we
with
don't have
it. Making sure nothing new popped up. Unfinished business, Tom Searle, regarding the race.
Okay. I brought a few people with me.
Okay.
You can see. Most of you might know Bill Hall from Goodland.
Nice to meet you guys.
I forget your
Joe.
name. Joe, and then Dale. John Copeland in the back, he's from Fox Valley Karting on 9th Street in Lafayette. He runs a very big part of the Purdue Grand Prix. So he's got a lot of knowledge too. I know there's gonna be some questions, so I had them come up in case I can't answer something, they can help out. Okay? You want me up here?
Sure, wherever you want to be.
Last time we were here, I think you two weren't here, so they wanted your input on everything. Do you want me to go through it again, or?
Sure, that way.
I think
Okay,
so,
what-
since there's some
Yeah.
people that weren't here last time.
All right, what we're trying to do, with your approval, would be bring a Grand Prix go-kart race to the streets here in Fowler. We've done a little bit of legwork, but not a whole lot, because we've got a ton to do, but we can't do anything till we get a tentative approval. So that's why we're here. It will take the streets. John Budrow made a map of, I only have one of these. I think you guys have seen them probably, haven't you? Of where we need the roadblocks. And he's got his number there. If we do get approval, then I can call him, get with him, and do what we need to do on that. But I think the main concern was insurance. Am I right? I think that's the biggest concern. Make sure we have insurance,
I
right?
think the liability coverage, and then, I mean, I think we're all, I know I'm supportive of it, but just making sure that we have all the aspects covered for liability for the event
Right.
coverage itself, and then obviously to make sure that we're going about it the right way for the streets.
Okay, well, I talked to Burpo just a little bit ago, and I verified what he said. We could piggyback his insurance, because going through Blake actually recommended that, because it's a deal breaker if we go through Blake. It's just too expensive. And Sarah has no problem letting us piggyback their insurance. He said he would be available on phone if we need him, but I mean, I don't want to bother him unless we have to, but
Right.
I can show you his, he's there, he's in agreement, and he has been ever since I told him. So if that's not a problem, I mean, that's how we're gonna, take care of our insurance. And
I guess the biggest question I would have, and it's probably not, I think it would be us obviously checking with our insurance, since it's an event and you would have your own organization running it. I just, if they would list us as additional insured in that policy, then oftentimes they do that just for one time or during the time of the race, and then they remove it.
so you're talking about through Blake or through Sarah?
Through them,
Yeah,
so-
okay, and that's a yes.
Okay.
There's no problem there.
Okay.
So, I don't know, what kind of questions are you wanting to get answered? Because I can't remember what all we went through the first time, but it was kind of cut short because.
Right. I think the biggest thing that I have is, like echoing John, I mean, I think obtaining the barricades is not a big deal. I think
Right.
it could be done, whether they're rented for the weekend or.
John just
You find
mentioned that we
enough.
didn't have enough to begin
Yeah.
with, so
Yeah.
just want to make sure that we
And
can
we'll
get some
make
in.
sure that happens. I mean, I'll work with John, whatever he wants us to do, we'll do, so.
I mean, if we personally don't have enough, I mean, how do we obtain those, and what's the cost?
Well, I know you guys are concerned with cost, but I'm not asking the town to actually put this thing on. Okay, we're gonna raise our own money.
Right.
No, I wouldn't turn down a donation or something, you know what I'm saying, but we're gonna raise our own money. Now, you know, the way we do it, we're going to do it, the biggest part of it will come with advertisement. Okay, and we'll make, I don't know, a couple hundred of these, whatever it takes. But we gotta get started raising the money to do all this, and if we wait, and we're just not gonna have enough time to do it. It's gonna take all winter to get this done. And I'm not sure on a date, because that's gonna be up to you guys and Sarah, whatever works for both ends. If you have a preference when you'd want it to be, I mean, that, you know, I can run that by
Do
you.
they have suggested dates? Because I know they already have races scheduled,
Well,
so
right.
certain
Yeah,
dates that we need to.
Well, for this year, see, we're doing Elkhart this weekend. So that's Friday and Saturday. And I have a schedule for the rest of the year. I'm not 100% sure Anderson's going to do it again next year, but I talked to Terry Riggins and he wants to do it. So make it a separate date than anything they've had before. Let me kind of run through this real quick.
When you say Anderson's not going to do it, is there a reason they're not?
They did their 30th year this year. We ran in that. The girls, it's a Sonoma club, this club right here. They are tired. Okay. So, but Terry Riggins, he's in this Sonoma club, but there's quite a few women that run it, and they do a really good job. And it went well this year, but they're saying that they are not going to do it. That doesn't mean that somebody else in town will pick it up and run it. And if Terry Riggins has his way, which he's the one who rents out the barricades and all to us, he's got and they used them in Boswell. If you're wondering what we use if you were over there, those two big trucks is the same trucks that we get. Their schedule, Mayor's Cup, that was Anderson. We ran a few weeks ago. We ran one at Whiteland on a closed circuit. And then Elkhart's coming up this weekend. Then they have Yorktown and the Speedrome in Indianapolis. And that'll be the end of the season. There's not that many races. There'll be 7 if we get in, is all there is. So, I mean, there's the only reason these things shut down, there's 2 reasons. One is the insurance, and the other is getting help to do it. And I think we got a good handle on all of that. So, talking to the people, Paula's helping. Her brother Brian's helping from Legion. There's Dale back here. He's a helper. We're just trying to get it together. We're not going to go too far unless we know we can do it. I mean, it'd be kind of crazy to do that. So. And that's what I'm hearing.
I know we don't, like in Goodland, we used to use the bales of hay, but they're different now, right? But do we rent those, or where did those come from?
The bales?
Well, I know we don't do the bales of hay anymore.
The barrier?
The barriers.
They
yeah.
come from Sonoma Club here owns them. They
Okay,
rent
so
them
do
out.
we rent them out?
Yes.
And how much are we concerned about covering that cost? How much is that gonna be?
$2,500 each. Yeah, and it'll take the 2 trucks. They got 2 full trucks. And Terry Riggins is the guy who sets that up. I talked to him. There's like 400 and some odd barriers in each one, and he said it's more like almost 500, 470 something each one. So
And how much what was the price?
$1,250 per truck.
But you guys are covering all the costs. So
Yeah, we're covering. I mean, now if you want to, I'm not against that. Because whatever you think you can help us out with, we take. Believe me. But we haven't even gone as far as getting our nonprofit set up yet. I mean, there's no sense setting one up unless we know we're going to get something going. So.
Right. And I know last time we talked about like in Woodland, I know when we were like down by the pond, people would put up their campers and RVs and set up down there. Are people expecting to camp out here in Fowler? And I mean,
Yeah.
do we have all the right facilities for that as far
Do you
as?
have that map I gave you last week?
I don't remember what last week's
I left them out the truck. I'm sorry. Well, I'll tell you where it's at. You know every parking lot. The biggest one is the Legion's parking lot over here. They'll park their trailers there. The bank, I have not talked to them yet, but the little parking they have right here, they will be closed Friday night at whatever time they close. And that is going to be like the staging lanes for the carts. Okay. The BMV parking lot, that's another parking lot we can use. The bank's got another parking lot over by the post office that can be used. And I was hoping to use this right back here. And the start finish line is going to be right in front of your office here.
Okay, but I mean, we're
So-
okay with people camping out and water hookups and everything.
They won't need any water.
Nobody's gonna need
No,
anything that,
no,
They're all-
they've
they're
been
all
doing this for
self-contained.
years. Yeah,
okay,
they, if they do need it, it's going to be in their little motorhome. So
okay. So they
no
would be
dumping
okay.
or anything like that. And you can make rules on that too. I mean, 'cause there's going to be a little bit of oil used on the tires, chains, stuff like that. So we'll make sure there's not a mess.
Yeah,
But that's plenty of parking. And the community center, if it's an overflow, they got a nice little parking lot there too. Worst comes to worst, I'll have parked down my place. Or if he's going to make us block these streets off farther, possibility people come to town for other business, like somebody wants to go to the local bar or something, they're going to find a place to park. But they're going to have these streets closed off. They can park normal parking on those streets. So.
and when did we say that the time frame for the streets being blocked off was?
It'll be, I'm assuming, and I'm 99.9% sure it's going to be a Saturday and Sunday race. So we'll block the streets off Friday night. They'll move their trailers and stuff in. We'll set the track up Friday night late. And then it'll be ready to go on Saturday morning.
So
And
basically Friday night to Sunday.
Saturday
night.
till Sunday late afternoon. Anyone that we ever run in, the track goes live at 8 o'clock in the morning and is normally done 3 to 4-ish in that area, depending on how well it goes. And then Sunday night, we open the roads back up. And then we would pick the cones and stuff up, or the barriers, Monday morning. So we wouldn't need them closed down Monday morning, but we'll go around and pick everything up. So
Is that why you guys chose the route of travel track? Because of
no, well, yes, the parking. In fact, all this parking is on the inside of the track, which isn't normally what they do, but it'll work. There's no problem putting them on the inside. We just have to make a way for them. If something happens, they got to go, then we got to stop and let them out. Deal. The other reason I chose that is it's the only road that's smooth enough for these carts. You can't. I've actually looked in other towns and everything. That's hard to find. 2 square blocks that's got roads that are halfway smooth. So, and this would be perfect. Dylan looked around after he found out where he was going to be, and he thinks we got plenty of parking. They only had the one lot up there, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So,
Yeah.
and the runover was at the church, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I've been driving around. I've driven this course 30 times myself just to, make sure. But I think I've got quite a bit of support. I've had zero negativity. I put a thing on Facebook last night about 10 o'clock. And by the time I walked in here, it was over 50 shares. I mean, there's a lot of people that want this. So I think we have the support that way too. And along with the race, I'd like to have something with it to help bring people to town, something else for them to do, especially for the kids. And we can run some events, but somebody, I don't know, up here, somebody mentioned doing a festival with it. But I mean, that's entirely up to you guys. I don't need a festival, but it'd be nice to have something going to bring kids. If you have kids, you have the parents. So that's my idea of this road race.
So, do you just need a vote of commitment, or do we
I
need to
need
look
it.
at dates from?
Well,
or
we got to
if
work the dates
approve-
out. Yeah, I just need a commitment. So I know that if we get it going and we can get a date that you guys approve and Sarah approves, then it's a go. And then that way we can start. I can't ask people for money and then say, well, I got to give it back to you.
Right.
And I'm not going to I don't want to do that. So, and it's going to take a while to get this thing set up.
Right.
And I'm kind of hoping for either kind of a spring or fall, because running in this heat, I mean, they do it in this heat, no problem.
It's hot
But
out.
yeah, it's been that way. But we'll take what he can give and what you guys can give. And it's not going to be with another holiday, or you'd never get the
Right.
carts here. So,
Can I pose a question from the
Sure.
group?
Mhm.
Okay, I don't know how this works. It's like school board and you have to sit here and be quiet. Our concern is just with the theater, that we take into consideration where the route is, where the road is blocked, the number of days, and then the hours, because even like say it would just be blocked, like say from the local, like going toward the bowling alley, we're gonna have a noise factor as well.
It would be all the way over on Adams, so it's
So
still
it's
1
go-
block away.
Okay, so.
Usually
So
done
just-
by 4.
But
yeah,
you're saying
both
this is like
days.
into an evening kind of thing?
and,
Okay,
and we'd like to have, honestly, I think I brought this up last time, the road in front of you guys, the Ambets, the little restaurant right there. I know Laura puts on somebody puts on some kind of a little festival there. We were hoping to have something in there too. So at the same time.
right. Our
So-
concern is just with evening hours, that we're under a contract with studios, we cannot close, or they penalize us
Right.
significantly.
No, you
And
might
we're
even.
already struggling, so our thing would be, are people gonna be parking accessible to the theater, and then the noise
Yeah.
while the movie's going on, but if it's over,
You won't,
in
you
the
won't,
daytime.
if you're inside, you're not gonna hear them.
well, if there's things next door, we hear them, so it kinda just depends how loud it
Yeah,
is,
The
yeah,
events and stuff, not
Yeah.
necessarily the cards.
Yeah.
right.
There's
Yeah.
only, I mean, you'll hear them if you're outside, but if you're
Right.
inside watching a movie, I don't think you'll hear them.
But you'll be done
But
before
if
the
there's
movie
other
starts.
festivities,
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and also too, our intentions for the profits that we make with this is going to go towards nonprofits here in town. So, or at least in the county, I'll say the county. But I know the community center right now is hurting. You guys said you're barely
I
making
think
it. So,
everybody in town's hurting, quite
Yeah.
frankly.
and that's why we're doing this. I mean, there's not going to be any profit made.
Brings some
It's all,
traffic to town.
yeah, yeah. Any nonprofit, we'll do our best to help them out. So, and that includes you guys too. So,
So we just wanted to ask that, that be considered when you guys are making your plans.
yeah, we were going to ask you guys about maybe getting you to run a movie, but you got to be open during the evening, right?
Yeah, we have
For
to
them.
show whatever they tell us to show.
Yeah. Tell them to show you the racing movie.
You see
And
how
then
that
you would
works.
have-
You
they'd all
give
go
it a
to
try,
that.
you call a
Days of
distributor,
So I know when a new racing movie
and
comes out.
if you can get them to do that, then you are hired.
Under out the seat and tell a big a night.
That's
There you
right.
go.
Thanks for your input.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I want to see Dwight dressed up as Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
there you go.
I know he would.
I know, Dylan, on your end, with all the years that we had it in Goodland, anything else that you think we need to be thinking about besides, I mean, obviously I know we have the support, but like a financial end, but I know you said, Pino says,
Yeah, I mean,
I know that was a big factor for Goodland, they just couldn't afford it anymore.
Yeah, that wasn't really our case. Insurance was our case. It wasn't, we couldn't afford it because all our money came through sponsors and donations. I'm gonna be honest, the town of Goodland absolutely didn't give us a single dollar to run it. One time they gave us $10,000, we spent it and then said, oh, by the way, you gotta pay that back. And we never took another dime from them. We raised it through sponsors, donations. So it wasn't a financial thing for us. What it was for us was we were entering our 20th year. Southern Indiana Racing Association said it's going to be pretty doubtful we're going to get insurance to run this race next year. At that time, I'd run it 20 years. I saw where it was in the height of the glory of it, going down the end through all the economy crashes, the clubs splitting, all this stuff happened to where, for me and my volunteers that put in 20 years of beating them up, of doing it, because it's a lot of physical work. And Pino knows that. I've been to their meetings. He's at a track every weekend anyway. But it is a lot of physical work, and you got to have a lot of volunteers. But with the insurance and just people saying, oh, you know what, this would be a good time to hang it at 20. That's why we did that. Because I was running 2 festivals at the same time. The race, 2 months later, putting on a $30,000 concert to raise money for veterans. So that's all funded through sponsors. So what I would say overall about the thing, it doesn't sound like the council needs any kind of convincing. It almost sounds like everybody in this room is in favor of it. It's a great thing for the community because your other businesses, the theater has a chance a year to plan something, even though they kind of got a schedule with their movie, but plan something that can happen that weekend. Because really, what you're going to have going is what I call a come and go festival, because they're going to run practice and heat races all day Saturday. Then they're going to come back and they're going to race features all day Sunday. Well, these guys and their wives come, he wants to sit and watch racing, but she wants to go somewhere else where something else is going on. So it allows your town to have other organizations to plan and organize things to bring people to town for the whole thing and make it a whole celebration. Because what it'll do, it'll boost your local economy with your businesses. Our Casey's always doubled their staff, always doubled a lot of their inventory for that. Our bars and restaurants that we had at that time would tell you it added a 13, 14 month to the calendar for them as far as what their business was doing. So, as long as you can make it happen with the liability side of things, man, embrace it and make it happen, because it's going to be great for your community.
Yeah. You brought up a point. Sarah requires you to buy fuel from a certain gas station, and they work that out here in town with wherever they pick. We only have 2 choices, so one of them, or maybe even both. I think one is they tell you to go here, and if you need a backup, then go the other one, because it's all the same fuel. But it's not like we're running jet fuel or anything like that in these things.
And as far as your people that are coming to racing, going back to what you were talking with your parking areas over here, they are some of the best people you'll find. They love coming to a town. They'll respect it. They clean their garbage up as long as you provide them receptacles to put it in. And it's a lot of those people. It's a family affair with them. So instead of playing travel baseball or volleyball or something like that, these are race families. That's what they do. They go to a track every weekend.
Their moms come. The kids run. I mean, it's quite a spectacle.
So it's
if you've
kids
never
from
been to
adults.
one. So
Yeah.
Will it be, so if it's blocked off from like Adams to like down towards the courthouse, right, on the Fish Street?
Maybe just shy of the thing.
a block past the Legion that way.
So, will
Something
spectators sit like, I'm picturing, it being blocked on both sides of the street, right? And then will spectators sit on the sidewalks in
Yes,
front of businesses and
yes,
stuff? Okay.
yes.
So,
There'll be a safety net of some type between the barriers that we put up and where the fans can be. And that's up to the insurance that we're going to get with Sarah. They actually set the track up. We supply all the help we can for them. So
I just asked because once this gets going, people will ask me a ton of questions, and I just want to be prepared. Like,
well, they can set.
business owners will say like, "Well, will I be able to be open?" And I want to say like, yes,
Definitely.
people will be able to get to your business, and that's the day you want to promote your business. I just want to be prepared. So people
I
will be
would
able
like
to
to
get to their
see.
business, right? Like, and say, yes, this is the day you want to be open and promote your business and do something fun, because they'll be able to walk into your business. They won't be able to park in front of your business, but they'll be able to get to your business.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if they want to walk a block, they can get just about anywhere.
Okay.
But, I would like to see this, and this is not that important to me, but however you guys want to do it, but I would like to see the local businesses. There's a lot of them that serve food. The Bowie Alley does, the Legion does, Ambets, the little restaurant up there. Who did I miss? There's a lot of, the local serves wings and stuff like that. Anybody that's serving, I'd like to see more local people making that money. That doesn't mean that you probably won't need somebody to come in and cook some different kind of food or something, but And if we have a year to set this up, we can find that out.
Give them the first option. I think
Yes,
would be,
yes,
yeah, it's only fair. So.
yeah.
Tom,
Yes,
if I can interject.
Yeah.
We had a lot of success in Lafayette. We ran a race in Lafayette for 9 years.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of success with restaurants and coffee shops and stuff like that, setting up outside
right,
their business. So they walk by, people who didn't want to go in and sit down
right,
and miss the action could stop by and pick up a tenderloin or a cup of coffee or whatever else like that, and continue to wander around and watch
right.
all that sort of stuff. And it was, we had, golly, a larger community, of course, but we probably had 7,000 or 8,000 spectators.
Yeah.
All
I'd like to say
course.
that's Lafayette, but
It
still,
was-
if we get, oh my God, if we had 500 uptown here, that'd be huge, you know? And I don't think that's impossible, because
Not at all,
people
no.
that got on this Facebook thing I put out there, you're probably talking 300 right there. So, and we haven't even started.
And it
And-
was late last night.
Huh?
I said, and it was very late last night.
Yes,
when
it
you
was.
posted it.
Yes, it was.
So
So
the only other thing I have questions about would be restrooms.
we'll have to put up, I'm sure insurance going to require, or the town, whoever requires it, the latrines that you rent.
Right.
So there have to be some of them spread out in different places, but
I mean, those things can be handled, I think, as you go. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a thought. Yeah, a thought.
and they're all used to that. Everywhere you go, they set them
Everybody's
things
got to
up.
go. So.
As far as the, like the racetrack that's blocked off kind of by people's houses and stuff,
Mhm.
do we have to get permission from any homeowners, or is,
Well,
like if they
I
question
think,
anything?
I think you want to notify them, but it's really like, okay, let's take this for example. You turn right, go down by the church, turn left. There's some yards there.
It's really only about 6 houses.
Yeah,
Well, they might-
You don't want
Yeah,
to block them in,
access.
that's for sure.
right.
And Goodland always, we always went around, they'd park their cars outside in the back of their yard or somewhere, so they could get in and out.
Well, and luckily in town here, we've got alleys going both ways, so they
Right.
can go out the back or whatever. And I know most of the people that live here, and I've talked to most of them already, and they're all for it. Maybe they haven't thought about getting out to go where they're going, but you know, if they're gonna come up here, it's only a block, then they can set up. The best corner is gonna be right here. I mean, there's gonna be probably most of your people sitting here under tents and stuff like that, or awnings they can throw up, whatever. But I think it would be good for the town. I think it'd be real good for the nonprofits if we can help some of them out too. And they're all struggling, most of them.
Mhm.
So
Any other thoughts?
Nope, answers my questions.
Bill, you got anything fire side?
We'll be, as far as I'm concerned, we will help any way we can. We'll be staged up here with trucks and stuff, and you know, I'm sure EMS will too.
yeah, I think you already said you could make that happen, right?
Yeah. talk to
Okay.
commissioners. I think everything else can be taken care of in the planning phases as far as crowd control and emergencies. So.
And the only
One thing that drops your liability insurance is your firefighters working corners. And so what we did is we worked with several departments, getting volunteers from them departments that wanted to come and work it. And then they worked in shifts. So they weren't out there because it's blazing hot on them.
Yeah, do it a day like today. Yeah, you don't want to do it too long.
They didn't have to be out there anymore a couple hours at a time.
Right. And I mean, it'll be done professionally. I mean, these guys, if you've ever been to one of their shows, they know what they're doing. So they've been doing it for years and years. So it's if you've never seen one, never been, it's pretty impressive. I don't know how many classes they actually have, 9, 10, something like that. They mix some sometimes, but you'll see the little kids come out. They might shorten the track for the little kids, do 1 block instead of 2 or something like that. It's fun to watch. Them kids can drive better than you think at 5 years old like that.
Well, any further discussions?
So, see something we don't like. Very
Okay,
sorry.
so that's all I really need to hear from you to get started. I'll get back with you and I'll get with Matt and come up with a tentative date. Because he's got to redo all the races for next year too. So, it's got to work for him and you guys. And we'll definitely will not do it on a holiday. Sure. But,
Spring's pretty dead. Fall, kids, school,
Or let's fall, be in the field. Just from my point of view.
yeah.
Spring.
Spring?
Spring. Yeah. But
Well, that would be awesome.
fall is just, I'm just saying.
When we went to Anderson, that was May, and that was beautiful weather.
You know how
Yeah, I'm with you
some
on
people
that.
in the fields obviously plant, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's a farming community, which is a little different in Anderson, places like that, but
Fall, most
yeah, you got a lot of farmers, or want to be farmers. Okay, well, guys, we are gonna get started.
You want me to make a motion?
If you want to make a motion,
Make a motion to approve, setting up the race.
I
Appreciate you guys.
thanks for
We'll,
taking the time to talk to us.
Oh, yeah, hey, if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me or Paula, where she goes. She left. We're gonna have a committee, and if any of you want to sit on that committee, you just let me know, because you're welcome. Then you'll know everything that's going on. See, we need a liaison. Hey, there's a thought. If anybody wants to do that, you're more than welcome. Because we're all in this together, so we're gonna learn this year, we'll make it better next year.
There you go.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Tina.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. Appreciate it. Okay.
All right, Dwight.
you might,
Thanks, bud.
Bye, Derek.
Swing your cart?
I don't think we're not. Oh, okay. Thanks.
Good to meet you guys.
Bye, Dylan. See you later.
See you later.
Good prices. You're all that's left, though.
Appreciate you guys coming.
And then number two.
You want to stop at the Legion, I'll buy you a Coke, drink.
I'll be right there.
Oh, yeah.
Meeting dismissed.
I appreciate it.
Do that door. Door, that's your bag. Alrighty. I could have.
I saw one
Laura,
of
you're
those
up.
down in Evansville this weekend.
I saw it in Madison a couple weekends ago.
What's that?
I saw it in
Dora.
Madison.
Dora area.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking I could not.
Dora the Explorer.
I know, like, whenever I hear Dora, I always think of that. My kids were so into Dora Explorer. Yeah.
Sorry, it's a migraine day. Thought maybe
I
glasses would help.
I was concerned that you might be having a migraine with your sunglasses.
Fourth of July. Thank you. Went pretty good for the most part. I was kind of worried since it was on a weekend that a lot of people would like go away or go to their lake homes, not be around. But we had a great steady crowd pretty much the whole time. Each event had a good turnout.
I know it's always deceiving, but like when we were cooking and serving breakfast for our pancakes with the rotary breakfast that we do, I mean, just looking out when I would check on stuff, I mean, it just looked like it was full, which a lot of times in the mornings, even in the early morning, you don't have that many people walking around, but it just,
I know,
it looked good.
I told myself to take a second and look, and then I went, your line was all the way back to the pool. And I was like, well, I'm not eating pancakes,
Yeah.
obviously. And then the baby contest was just ridiculous, like always.
Yeah, my nephew said there was over 20
people in their babies.
just from 0 to 12 months, 20 babies that were in it, so.
Oh, just in that little category, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
We had 59 contestants in the baby contest.
We had a baby boom, huh?
59, yeah, and 18 in the mist and 4 in the mister. So, I printed off the donations for you so you can kind of see who's been donating.
Yeah, that's nice, thank you.
A lot of local little businesses donate over the years. Luckily, we're getting the bigger ones, so you can see windmill companies and stuff. Reached out to a couple of new ones, so and a couple have stepped up this year. Trek after
Just a major heads up, BP sold. About that time.
That's not
They're
good.
done before the end of the year. Just put out.
I cannot keep up with their name changes.
So,
BP's like.
They're the one by
LS,
Dominion.
LS, something power.
They're like as bad as Deer Creek.
BP will, it'll be a rapid, once that sells.
No,
gonna keep Vestas here?
That's just,
that's the
that's when this new company. It's supposed to all take place in the fourth quarter. So we'll see.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, that's 7,500.
Yeah.
So 18,050. Any questions about how things went? Sorry, my brain's kind of mushy. Just,
Were you happy with everything?
I was very pleased. Yeah, like I don't think we had any
In the hand towel thing, but I don't think we had much. We were going to go through.
major problems. We had 3 911 calls, and they were all heat exhaustion, which we can't do anything about. And we handled it very well, I think. So, let's see. I think everyone enjoyed
I
it.
had good feedback.
Yeah, just in general, just from walking around on the, different day and times and stuff like that. It just seemed more full, but it just seemed like everybody was out and about and having a good time. And
It's still
It
very family oriented and clean, and the way I want to keep it. Yeah,
Mhm.
like it's not trashy when you go, and the people are very respectful, and that's what all my vendors say. We want to come back here, even like they get offers to go other places and stuff and bigger, but all of them sell out. And they're all happy, and they want to come back, and they're like, put me on the list. And I had to turn down food vendors this year, which usually I used to be begging for.
yeah, that's
So
great.
the layout kind of threw me in a loop, to figure out where I was going to put people
Because
and
of
the
the new
electric
basketball
and
courts.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of hard, but
Yeah.
I mean, it worked out in the end. But everything that came up, I mean, we were solving problems. So definitely going to need more help next year somehow. The bathrooms and the trash, like I told you on the email. Like, it was just very overwhelming. Like, on
Bathrooms
the
as
floor,
far
it
as
was
people
just,
keeping them clean
I mean,
and
there was
stocked.
just
that-
lines constantly, and people were like, "This is all you have?" And I'm like, "Well, yes." And since they're all individual, I just can't go into one now and just put paper towel on the sink and make sure there's soap, and then put toilet paper. You have to wait for one person to come out, go in, toilet paper, wait. So I was literally handing toilet paper rolls to people in line and saying, "When you go in, can you please put this
Mhm.
in the bathroom?"
Yeah.
And they were all understanding. I mean, no one got really super mad or anything. So
Well, you do that. You don't have toilet paper, so I'm sure they were happy.
Do you
I
want to
mean,
walk around
everybody-
with only one
do you want the
sock?
alternative of not having toilet
exactly.
paper?
So
Careful what you have.
it was we hired Nathan helped me out, and he was good the whole time. But I mean, trashes were just overflowing. So Ben jumped on his gator with him, and Jill, my cousin, was with me all day, and so we all gloved up and we all dumped trashes and we all did the bathrooms and up until fireworks. So
Yeah, it's all that
that's why
little
I
stuff.
asked if it was okay if we could pay them, and I did agree.
Yes.
So
Is it something next year we just need to look at actually hiring somebody to do it?
yes, or making sure that they know they're going to get paid, and this is the hours I need them, and this is what you're going to do.
And
You're
I
not going
think
to come
even the year before we tried to hire somebody and
So I
nobody
thought in years past.
nobody
hired
wanted
somebody.
it.
Usually
I
Pat-
hire one person
Usually
each
Pat
year.
would help.
Yeah.
I think.
I used to
I think
hire.
him a little
Well,
bit.
I used to hire Pat. He was my guy. But then
I mean, I think it's a good idea to have somebody that way you're not. Stuck
it's just got
doing it
too
constantly.
much.
I mean, Not that you're not going to end up trying to find a light switch or a breaker to flip or something, you know. So
I couldn't go do something without someone else saying, "Hey, Laura, this also needs done. Hey, Laura," and it was just constant.
I think if you planned on having the ability to pay 2 extra people, that way you could always say, hey, you're going to be around the bathrooms the whole time. You're going to do trash, and then flip flop them or whatever. So if they're willing to do it.
Hindsight 2020 probably should have brought in more restrooms. I know we talked about it. I think there was enough.
Yeah,
but.
and the vendors, I guess, being down by that tennis court, they were always like, "Oh, we have to leave our booth and go all the way up there," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Softball area wasn't a big deal because we didn't have the softball, and the people, they loved the car show over there. It was very nice over there, but nobody complained about that I know of. Maybe to them they did, but not to me.
How did we do on overall like vendors in the park, like the tents and selling thing, not food, but like everybody else?
I had 30.
Because sometimes it seems like there's people out there, but this year I don't know if it was because the way it was spaced out because of the basketball court, but it looked like there was more this year.
Yeah. 30 vendors came.
Pretty good.
I had 6 say they were coming and didn't show up, so that was kind of irritating.
Didn't hear from them.
2 food vendors set up, but then did not open up due to the heat. So that was kind of irritating. Electrical issues. Everyone wants to plug in overnight. They all have generators during the day, and I don't allow them to run cords during the day when we're open. So at night, though, when the roads are blocked off and the festival's over, they're allowed to run cords into the park and plug in for their fridges and stuff. While the people I park on the pool side, there's no outlets on that side. And so I tried to be careful on who I set on that side. Well, this year, I'm like, in the past, you've never had to plug in. And she's like, well, if everyone else is, I want to. So it's kind of like, well, if everyone else gets to, then I want to. So I'm getting that kind of thing. And then we did find an outlet on the pool, and we fixed it, and then it popped overnight. So, yeah. Oops. But those are the 2 vendors that didn't open up anyways, and I think they probably just didn't want to serve on that side because there's no shade. They wanted the other side anyways.
I'm sure.
Is it worth next year bringing in a generator at some point? So
we tried that when I very first started. We brought in a generator and everyone kind of chipped in. But then it was, well, who's going to take care of it and who's going to fill the gas? And it became an issue too.
I mean, we have a massive generator that is set up for HVAC system for one of our big tents we use for Fall Fest. We loaned it out and took places government. So if you want to look at that, we can look at making sure that the load's set up right. But it's 18,000 kilowatts, so it's pretty good size. It'll handle quite a bit, I think, if you're just doing taglines and stuff for people to keep refrigerators going.
You can still do it during the day, they run their own, but at night, that would at least give them some options.
Yeah,
something better.
Especially if the Sears or whoever owns the Quonset huts would let it set it away from everything, so then we would have the noise. So, but that's always an option.
Yeah, because I always thought like maybe NIPSCO did they bring in a temporary electrical post, and I was like, who knows how that works and how much that costs, though.
For what they want for certain things,
yeah.
So we can always ask, but I don't know.
Yeah.
How you guys got one? That would be the simplest. Can't see that not being big enough for what they're doing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing, they would just have to make sure somebody keeping an eye on the fuel. It'll run for quite a while.
So yeah, my main issues for next year would be possibly thinking about the electric upgrades so everyone can plug in, and just more help with the trash, really.
How many people do you think
just
you would
help?
How many people do you think you need?
I mean, 1 for the daytime on the 3rd and the 4th is fine, but when it comes nighttime, 2 to 3 would.
On the night of the 4th.
Yeah.
I mean, worst case, offer it to some of the town guys for next year.
And that's how it used to be, and I always offered it first, and then Yeah, one guy said yes, and then he quit 2 days before the festival, and that's why Ben jumped in last year and did it. It's just been, but he was good. It's hard to find someone that was actually wants to do it and be down there the whole time.
And be proactive and do it, not be like, you have to do this, you need to do this,
He
you
didn't.
need to do this.
He
Now, what are
didn't.
you doing next year?
He didn't wait on me to tell me. Some of the kids in the past have been just like sitting there. I'm like, hey, do you not see that trash can? You know, like.
Yeah.
And that's a pet peeve of mine too. Yeah. Well, I think overall it sounds like you had a great job.
So $200 for Jill and $200 for Ben. Okay. You guys need to pass a.
I'll make the motion to pay the volunteers for the 4th of July.
So I'll accept it.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Tell you what, the fireworks were awesome.
Very good.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And then the bounce houses that I mentioned in the email. So in the past, it's been like pulling teeth to get people to do kids activities, whatever. So I found this guy who has the balloon pop trailer and stuff, and like the high strike and some of those things. He comes from Maryville, I want to say. That's where he moved to. And I didn't charge him anything to come. Some places you say like, oh, you give me 10% of what you make, but how do you trust like they're going to tell you how much they really make?
Yeah,
I've never liked that. I've never liked that way.
I don't think it works out real well.
I don't think so.
No, you can't ever prove it.
So then sometimes in the past I've been like, okay, $50 per item you bring in. So let's say you brought 3, $150 to us, and then he keeps whatever he makes. I was starving for somebody to come one year, and he came, and I said, I'm not going to charge you to set up, and you bring 2 bounce houses, and I had the church be willing to run them. So he came, set up for free, brought me 2 free bounce houses for them to run. Church made all their money, he made whatever he made, and I had kids' activities, and so we were all happy. So that's why I said, like, it's always kind of been
Right.
however it works out in the past. So we don't have
I think, have to be creative sometimes.
Especially nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So the church is willing to donate back them or pay for all the bounce houses, half of the bounce houses. I've already talked to them. I would like to keep it the same every year, but this guy likes to come to Fowler.
And Maryville's not too far for him. I mean,
He does spend the night though, and they take like 2 or 3 trips to bring everything here.
Oh,
so
my.
I'm very surprised, but so they must do good.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
But I would like
and
to
he was
keep,
okay this year. He was happy with everything.
They're ready to come back. They brought a fishing game that he brought.
Mhm.
He's already talking about some new games that he wants to bring next year. So it really fills up the space and looks good.
Okay.
I mean, for that, I don't mind. Since it's a kids' activity, I don't mind us paying for it. I mean, and if they make a little bit of money off of it, we already know all the not-for-profits are hurting anyways. I mean, that's the bad thing.
And it's one
in the grand
less thing
scheme
that
of
you have to
things,
worry
it's
about,
either
and you
way.
know it's taken care of, and I think that's good.
I thought, well, if they're going to keep doing it, that's fine. I don't know if a new group jumps in, then I can say, well, we pay half and you pay half.
Right. And that might entice them to do it next year too, to get them to commit. I think maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, no, he already said we're in it. He likes to do it, so
Okay.
that's up to you guys. So I printed both off, both ways.
Okay. Well, I agree, guys.
Half, so you can either do bounce house rental was $500 and what did I say? $541. So if they paid half, it would be $270 or $539 or nothing.
I'm good half one thing, and just as long as you keep it consistent. That's the biggest thing. You know, she needs to be able to tell people in the future and that way. So.
Yeah. I think for right now, if it's that same company, I think paying the whole thing is good because they've already told you they want to come back, and it's like it's hard enough to find people. And
I thought the question was about the
church.
nonprofit, the church.
How much is the
Oh,
church
I'm
gonna
sorry.
We've already paid the company
I'm sorry.
$541.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Like the town has paid
Rather than
$541.
My only issue with us covering the cost and the church making the money is you're not doing it for every church or every nonprofit.
I mean, if people find out.
Well, if they wanna step
You
in
know,
and provide the volunteers.
Well, that's what I mean,
you
but
know,
if
yeah.
you contacted everyone to say, hey, this is an option, do you want to do anything?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying, we have to make it to where we are consistent with everyone,
Right.
so.
We do
I
write
feel
off
like
the-
they should have to pay half the cost.
Right.
I agree.
That's why I asked about the Rotary thing. If we write off the shelter cost for that day.
Mm-hmm.
If we
Yeah,
write
we've
it
never
off.
charged
Which
it.
we do, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's not.
But that's very minimal compared to.
Right. No, I
Yes.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree because I feel like people should put a little bit back into the festival.
We don't want it to
Right.
be, we don't want it to
wanna
be a
start
given
losing
and they
money
just
out.
assume.
Right.
Especially if
And
we're
then we
gonna
might
lose
be starting a bad
$7,500.
tradition.
Well, I got no
From
issue
BP.
if next year another church wants to come forward and do what they have. Something that's
Right.
If it brings more to the park, that's fine.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Or they wanna do something else. If one church wants to do this, and another church wants to do their
That's what
thing,
I'm saying.
they can all go down there as far as I'm
I'm fine
concerned.
either way too. 'Cause
How about half? I'll make a motion for half.
I'll second that motion.
I have a motion to
Yeah, that sounds good.
cover half the cost. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So here's your 4th of July with it saying half.
There you go.
So why didn't we have softball this year? Just not enough interest.
Peacock usually does it for me and he went on vacation. And I wasn't about to attempt it. I've done it myself in the past and that was a mistake. So, and honestly, there was some people that asked me about it and they'd understood and
Mhm.
it was kind of nice not to.
Gotcha.
I did think maybe we could do something outside of 4th of July, maybe sometime, like just a softball tournament. It might get people more involved because it's not on a holiday.
Mm.
I don't know, just an idea.
Yeah.
So there you can see total, and when you see all the NAs, it's just because over the years, let's say I did do a game truck one year, and let's say it was in 2015, way over here, but I didn't want to take it off the list because then it would mess up my 2015 figures. So total expenses 24,656, and income 205. So
Yeah.
yeah, I love that question.
You tag everybody?
Did you? All the vendors are like, well, how many people do you think come to the festival? I'm like, are you kidding?
Yeah. Have them go through Nature Gate. They
I
can.
wish I
We need to have Ken, the engineer, come up.
Mhm.
It's like, well, I saw this one person come and go 20 times, so I don't know how to count that.
Yeah.
See, self-explanatory there, like the beer garden. So I have them donate 150 back. So they're kind of just like a food vendor that sets up on the street. They give me 150.
Good idea.
So I think the bounce houses, donating back, so that's good. All the fishing this year was from what we had collected, going to that fishing tournament when Tyson went and got all that money. So nothing, no expenses for fishing. It's all the prizes except for that were not in here. Didn't get a raffle this year, so there was not the 700 taken out from the top 3 prizes.
How was the turnout for the basketball hoop shoots this year?
Good, really good.
Oh, I do see it says 400 participants.
Pies and salsa, 11 pies, full salsa. I mean, that was the highest I've ever had. It was great. Yeah.
Should have a pie eating contest
I thought
after
of
the
that.
pie.
Yeah.
Pie judging.
Yeah.
Tell them not to make an extra pie.
Mm-hmm.
It's still hard to get judges, even though I asked for judges. I thought, for sure.
Pie. There.
What kind of pie is it?
Cherry pie. 10 minutes. association for that. So
Hot dog eating contest. I mean, those people are troopers. Unfortunately, the accident happened during the parade. That was kind of
Yes.
the lady went down. Right at the turn of the park. She fell and hit her head on the concrete. And 911 parade had already started. They were just crossing too, and it was like literally starting to come from the park. So everyone had to stop, and
the street got hot.
it was scorching hot. And I look back and like all the guys are on the Legion wagon, and I'm just like, oh no, we're
Luckily,
gonna
we
have.
were stopped by. Your sister happened to be right where we stopped, so she was. She came over and told us what was going on while we were sitting.
We're gonna have so many more people overheat and pick up. All right.
Very nice, Laura. Fantastic job, as always.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for keeping track of all these numbers too. That's nice.
Yeah. So the next meeting is a normal meeting?
Yes.
Card from Marge Wood about the lawn. What's contract?
I know we've got on here the community center update. We don't necessarily have anybody here, but real quick. So the last Rotary meeting we had, I talked to them about the concerns and issues that the community center was having. And so, we were trying to think about what we could do to help, if anything, besides kind of like we talked about. We just can't just keep giving them money every month, but what can we do to help them out? And so I called Diane, again, who's been here before, to talk to us. Just like Diane's the one that was willing to go to like that Kirksey meeting that we had talked about and everything. So she's gonna get a date for the Rotary Club to meet at the community center in August, so we can sit down, and they do have board members there. And we're gonna sit down with them and just anything from helping them. Again, like we talked about in the Rotary meeting, like when you go in, it's not very like inviting, and it has like a musty smell, and I don't know, just things like that. We just want to see if what can we do for you besides just giving you money all the time. Try to help out, and then we talked about trying to talk with their person when it comes to like advertising and their social media, about trying to get the word out to people about how you can rent out the kitchen. You know, it's go use the gym for free 24/7, just trying to get the word out. So I don't know.
I did get a snapshot of the budget also.
Okay.
So it's not, I didn't think it was too out of line. There was some confusion on some of the things that we discussed.
Mhm.
So I think there are areas that they can improve to make bottom line better.
Mhm.
Board has to. So I
I don't
think
know how they might give out free or the one-time payment before job.
Well,
I don't.
I asked Diane that because we had talked to her about charging even like a small monthly fee, like anything
Yeah.
would help out. And she had said on the phone, which is in person, which is what she had said here, was they want to be able to promote everybody being healthy. They don't want if people are like the seniors that are on limited income. But I'm thinking, okay, if you are on a limited income and you can't, but if you can, no, I mean, they have a little sign up in front of a box that says, you know, to try to donate if you can, but not everybody sees it, so.
Well, a lot of people carry cash, so.
Or even writing a check. I mean, yeah. So,
Also, I know they're supposed to go talk to the county commissioners. See. New business.
Yeah.
Just ignore her.
Don't look at her.
She's not here.
She'll know.
Not too much. Monday. I did receive an email with my audit for the American Rescue Plan. That
Talk
we,
about it now.
yes, we can talk about it now. It was, we used ARPA money for the water project and the grant money that we received with it, so they came and audited everything and they had no issues, so.
Nice.
And then I reached out to Hydro Force to seal the pavilion at the Monarch Commons. We did it last year. We paid $1150.86 for that. This year he quoted me $1170.04.
What is that for? The pavilion at the Monarch Commons to wash it.
We washed it and sealed it.
Oh, gotcha. I don't know why I heard tennis courts. I was like, what was it?
Tennis courts, Monarch
He did
Commons,
say
no idea.
Monarch Commons.
It's not too bad for that sealer. You need a motion for that?
Yes, please.
I'll make a motion. I'll second. Motion made, seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And then John had given me road cut repair specifications for our road cut permit applications, and we don't really have anything. He just made it more detailed on what they could and could not do. I can email that to you guys, and then we can, just approve it to add into the application on Monday. You guys want to look through it?
Go ahead and email it to me.
I'll just
Yeah.
email it.
I'll wait for the email.
Okay. I'll just email that to you. That's all I have for tonight.
Is that your department head update too?
Yeah.
Okay. Bill, you got anything?
I turned into invoices, to explain those. One, we've had trouble with our town pumper with an alarm going off, whether you're pumping or whether you're driving from here to Benton Central, not pumping. And they've been working on it, trying to figure it out for a year. Finally, they figured out what it was. It's a sensor inside the pump. So they came up and replaced that sensor, and it's been good ever since.
Good deal.
The other invoice was for, every 2 years they come and they do a recert on our mask, our SCBA mask. They have a dummy head and they put it on there and they run pressures on it and make sure it seals, and they changed all the batteries in that. I have to do that every 2 years, instead of every year. That's what the other one was for. Other than that, everything seems to be.
Any questions on claims? Review.
Yeah, what's this? Thinking it was just an extra paper, but
No, I'm sure.
there's none even.
Yeah, that's just a receipt. It just got added in.
Just knew it was behind that
Thank
one.
you.
I'm like,
I've been looking for it.
I found it for you.
I have a question.
We can approve claims tonight, or even
Yeah.
when we meet next week.
Because I'll have more.
Okay.
Yep.
So what, this amount is 1640, which should be these two together?
It's a whole thing. I can explain it to you.
Okay,
Um,
because it just looked like we were double paying, that's
no,
why
we're not.
Okay.
This is the total. Let's see. This is the total right here,
Uh-huh.
and Perf separates it in our bank statements when they go to take it out,
Uh-huh.
and I have to separate it and then I do 5 APBs for this of a receipt.
Okay, okay.
So it's just part of getting it to match my bank statement,
Okay,
and yeah.
okay.
Does that make sense?
It does now.
Okay, okay.
Can a motion to approve claims?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'll second that. If you,
Lisa.
Any motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
You guys want to do any of those?
Those are all signed.
Oh, those
These are all done.
You already have any left?
I've only got a couple. What, one?
Sure. Nope. Sorry about that.